Hi, everybody. Good evening. I'm doing this as a nice, relaxing wind down or middle of the day relaxation stretch. So we'll get a little bit into the shoulders, into the hips, the hamstrings, the feet, the chest. So let's get started. Hope you guys enjoy. We're going to start standing and taking a nice big side bend to start with. So crossing your left foot over your right hand on the hip, and reaching that arm up high into the sky. So pressing your hand into your hip, pressing that back foot into the floor, your hip outward, and your fingers reaching through the corner of the room. From here, keep your breathing steady. Keep pressing and reaching with everything. And now we start to lean back just a little bit. Lean back. Feel the opening. Keep breathing. Big breath in and use your hands to come down to feel the stretch in the hip and the hamstring. So if it feels good for you to support yourself on your legs, you can reach for the floor. If you have some blocks, pause the video, grab 2 blocks. A small bench, chair, or stool will also work here if you want to bring the floor up higher to you. Steady your breathing, and you can play with leaning a little bit forward, feeling the different stretch, and leaning back. Breathing is steady. Big inhale, use your hands to walk all the way up your legs, and we switch sides. So right foot crossing over the left hand on the left hip, right arm reaches high up into that corner of the room. Hand pressing firmly into that hip. Most of your weight on the back foot. Hip kicking out to the side, and big stretch, reach all the way through those fingertips. Keep breathing. And here, start to lean back a little bit. Feel the different stretch that it creates as you lean back. Keep breathing. Doing great. And start to head right down for the floor, using your hands to walk your body gently down. So again, using those blocks if you need to, your fingertips, supporting yourself on your shins or all the way down to the floor. Here you can start to play with moving forward and back, shifting your weight, maybe a little bit side to side. Feel free to stay still or to explore. Big inhale in as you use your hands to walk yourself up. Great job. Now we're going to get into a little bit of the upper back. So right arm crosses on the top, left arm on the bottom. At the same time, we're going to be stretching that right foot. So lifting the heel comes down, curl the toes under, stretch the top of the foot, lift the elbows. Good. Foot flat on the floor. Up onto the toes, keeping those knuckles of the toes down. Then we curl the toes under, stretch the top of the foot, lift the elbows. Foot flat on the floor. Lift the heel. Curl the toes under, top of the foot stretch, lift the elbows. Foot flat on the floor. Lift the heel. And we switch sides. So left arm on top, right arm on the bottom, big hug. And we lift the heel of the left foot and curl the toes under, pressing into the mat. Stretch the top of the foot and a little bit in the ankle. Lift the elbows. Foot flat on the floor. Lift the heel. Curl the toes under. Stretch the top of the foot and the ankle. Lift the elbows. Foot flat on the floor. Lift the heel. Curl the toes under. Stretch. Lift the elbows. Foot flat on the floor. Lift the heel. Curl under. And rest. Go ahead. Give that all a good shake. So we're going to stretch a little bit more into the hip. So again, here is where you'll need a block or two if it suits you. So one knee is going to be bent, the other knee is going to be straight. And I'm going to reach with my opposite hand towards that straight leg. So one leg is bent, one leg is straight, opposite hand reaches towards, and you can place the other hand on the hip or two hands on the floor, whatever works better for you. So here you can start to press into the floor or into your block, whatever feels good, to bring a little bit of a rotation here, really working into the outer hip of that straight leg. Awesome. And just gently bending the other leg. Opposite hand comes in front of the straight leg, hand comes onto the hip, and we're gently starting to rotate to the outside of that straight leg. And again, you can play with moving forward, moving backward, a little bit side to side. Where do you feel that tension? Where do you find that sweet spot that you want to hold for just a little bit longer? Breathe into wherever you feel tight. Good. Still opening and gently release. All right, coming into bringing one foot forward. And now we're going to stretch the ankle. So we're going to keep this foot forward and we're going to bring our body even more over and putting the weight on the knee. So because we're only stretching, you should feel the back of the calf and the ankle here. It's okay if your knee is going past your ankle, past your toes. So we're getting a good stretch in the back, trying to keep your heel down on the floor. You can even use your hand a little bit on your Achilles to just gently send your ankle. So wherever the position is for you, maybe you're back here, but you're really feeling the stretch. Okay, whatever works for your body so you can get into a little bit of ankle mobility there. Awesome. And we are going to switch sides. So bring that other foot ahead and start to really bend deeply, letting the weight of the body fall onto the front, keeping that heel down. Awesome. Keeping the breathing steady. You'll feel a nice stretch in that back hip flexor as well. Doing great, you guys. And again, you can be still or you can take some gentle movements, whatever feels good for you. A little bit of side to side here for the ankle might feel good. And for that back hip flexor. Awesome. Now we're going to take it on down to the floor. Let me just tilt my screen down. All right, we're taking it down to the floor to stretch the pec and the bicep. So one arm goes out 90 degrees and the other hand in the push-up position. So we roll towards that 90-degree arm. Head is resting down on the floor. And whatever the legs, whatever position they end up in is just fine. But now we should feel a great stretch across the pec, the bicep. Relax your head and try to keep your shoulder near the floor as best you can. Big inhale in and start to transition over to the other side. So other arm is 90 degrees. We put our other hand in near our ribs, push-up position, and we start to roll towards that 90-degree arm. So feeling that nice big stretch in the pec, maybe in the bicep. Any position for the legs is just fine. Doing great, you guys. Keep the breathing nice and steady. Big breath in, and we're going to come up, not to standing, but just a little bit upright to bring one leg, one knee forward for pigeon. So the closer your foot is to your body, the easier it is. The farther away from your body, the harder it is. And if this is a tough position for you, you can put this block, I'll show you when it comes to the other side, right under your hip. So from here, you can stay up tall. And if you like, you can start to stay here contracted and squeeze the front leg and the back leg together. You can come down to your elbows, or you can fold all the way forward onto the floor. Choose the option that suits you best. Big breath in, stretch yourself up, and change sides. So using that block if you need to, that'll go right under your hip for a little bit of extra comfort. And again, if this position doesn't work good for you or well for your body, you can choose any other position that feels good at this time. So you can stay up tall, come down to the elbows, or fold all the way forward. Big inhale in, come on up. Excellent. Keep that knee forward. I'm just going to twist towards you. And so we're taking that back leg and we are putting the foot, placing it on the outside of the front knee. The front knee can be bent or it can be straight. Choice is yours. So from here, we lift up and we get really tall. We breathe in and you can hug the knee or place the elbow on the outside of the knee. Opposite. So we're twisting to the outside. Our backhand goes behind us. We inhale, get tall, and exhale, lead with that shoulder. Keep your neck very neutral, in line with your chest. Inhale, get tall, and exhale, twist. Again, letting that shoulder do the work. Inhale, getting tall, twist. Inhale in and change the crossing of your legs. Inhale again. Go ahead and wrap that knee. Backhand goes right behind your bum. Inhale, get tall, and exhale, twist. Inhale, reach your head to the sky. Exhale, use that shoulder to twist yourself around. Big inhale in and gently relax. Now we're coming down, almost done, guys, onto our backs. So I'm going to bring my left arm on top, like the position we did in the beginning, and my right arm on the bottom. So hug yourself. And then my right foot comes on top of my left knee, and I wiggle my foot, and I reach my foot, twisting over towards the floor. Start to slow down your breathing. And if you want a little bit more out of the hips, you can start to bring that foot closer towards your shoulder. Big breath in, come back to center. This time, right arm on top, left arm on the bottom. Left ankle comes to meet the right knee. We wiggle that foot and then bring that foot closer towards the floor. Take the twist. And if you want a little bit more, slide that knee up and that foot up closer to the shoulder. Gently release everything to the floor. Let the feet fall open. We'll just be here for 1 minute. The hands turned up to the sky. Feel your breath filling your lungs and then letting all of the breath leave your body. Big breath in. Wiggle your fingers and toes and start to roll over onto your right or left side. And push yourself up to a seated position. I hope you guys enjoyed our nice, relaxing stretch this evening. And I will see you guys next time.